Hello and welcome to the Eternia Archives gaming podcast, where we talk about topics of interest to our friends on social media and in Discord and on our streams and all over the place. Lane is a little late today. He will be here soon. But we have the awesome Rad from Rad Console Gaming, and we have Nick from He Gaming, and Callie here, obviously. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well.
Hey,
So,
everybody.
Uh, Awesome to be back. Let's go.
yeah, it's good to see, always good to see Rad around.
Oh, yeah.
So while we're getting
Like,
started, today's topics, we're discussing a couple things. Pretty exciting topics today. We've got the PS3 Store Shutdown and PS Vita, talking about some of our collection goals. We have another battle table from He Gaming, and we have a bunch of polls to talk about over the last couple days. So, all right,
Quite a
everybody.
few of those.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, with that being said, I guess we get started. PlayStation Store shutdown. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Uh, Lots of games can be unavailable that were digital only now because PlayStation 3 is where it really started seeing like a lot more like just strictly digital games.
Yeah, like Scott Pilgrim.
Yes. And going forward, we're probably going to see more things like this happen. And this article that we have here says the numbers of how many games that are going to be unavailable because it's not just the PlayStation 3, it's the PSP and the PS Vita, which are great systems for porting like PlayStation games and everything. And like you have like 7 East games on there, or is it 8?
It's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's almost like most East games on there. Anyway, it says that there are 630 digital only Vita games, 730 digital only PS3 games, and a small number of digital only PSP games. Then there's the PlayStation Minis, the like little apps, and then the PlayStation 2 Classics that you could download will be gone. 336 of those. And then around 260 PS1 classics, particularly on the PSP and Vita, like I said. And those are great ways to play classic games without any audio loss, audio quality loss, and stuff, and no glitches, bugs. I mean, I have not encountered a single bug when I did any of those PS1 classics or PS2
Yeah, they
games.
did a good job. It's really unfortunate to see that they're. I know this is what's going to happen in the digital only future, right? Like we're going
Yes.
to lose games.
I would like to hear what you guys think about this, but obviously I knew it was coming at some point, but I didn't think it was this soon.
Me neither.
It took me by surprise, and yeah, as Nick was saying, like I've played so many PS2 classics through my PS3, like digital games, that yeah, it's kind of sad. So
And there's a lot of times that they'll like port HD versions or something of it. Like well, they've got the HD version of Code Veronica X Resident Evil HD. You'll be losing that version. You can still get the regular version for the PS2, but you'll be losing that HD remaster that they made. And there's several other games that they did like that, and it's going to be gone. Like they did some with the PlayStation 4 as well. But the thing is, we have yet to make it there, but it will come one day. And we are seeing the end of the PlayStation 3 generation here. This is the nail in the coffin. And with that, the prices are going to skyrocket, I guarantee it.
Yeah, I mean, as I was talking to you guys earlier about it, I was going to buy a reballed PS3, but we just checked right before we started the podcast. and the website is like gone. Like his license to the website domain expired, so I'm like, well, guess I just hope he comes back, because I was hoping to get one of those backwards compatible PS3s, but even without that, all of the digital games that you won't be able to get anymore, like there's tons of demos.
Mm-hmm.
There's like all the Persona games. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like I know
Persona 4 Golden, it just came to PS
Steam. It came to Steam.
Yeah, off of the PS Vita. And we have yet to see any of the other Persona games make it. That
I know.
leaves Persona 1, both of the Persona 2s
Mm-hmm.
will be gone. Well, we have I mean, they are expensive as crap. Like,
Yeah.
let me just look it up real quick. I think it's over $200.
Yeah.
But
And even though we have like the portable version of Persona 3, I think the Persona 2, the PlayStation 2 version of Persona 3 is good as well. So
yes,
it will be, some people will prefer to play that version because of the extra episode that it has. And yeah, Persona 4, well, we have Golden, but still, like, it is a good version of Persona 4 as well.
there is a new copy for $2,000 of Persona 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Eternal Punishment for the PlayStation. The other one, Innocent Sin, came out only on the PSP. And that is also expensive as well.
Yeah, the most expensive game in my collection is Persona 2 for PS1.
And those are on my list.
Yeah,
I need.
I got it for like $50 like 3 years ago.
Yeesh.
It's nothing like a Nashi or
That's
freaking
awesome,
Hope.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I got it before it got expensive.
Yeah, the PSP game is $200 used.
God.
$200.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that's crazy.
There's
so many games. Like, for example, there's 7 Shin Megami Tensei games on the PS2 that are available through the PS3, and yeah, including like the action RPGs, the Devil Summoner, Raiden Kusunoha games.
Yeah.
Both of those games are $9.99 right now. But if you look at their prices physically, it's over $100.
I'll look it up for you. It's ridiculous, but
Yeah,
that is like a lot of those games that are action based and everything for PlayStation 2s. Emulating them is pretty rough on a computer.
Oh, for sure.
And you usually, like, I remember trying to emulate Ace Combat 5, and it was just horrible frame rate. And I had a gaming laptop. It wasn't a PC, but it's still a gaming laptop that could run Borderlands 2 at like max FPS, well, max graphics and everything at 30 FPS, and it had a hard time with Ace Combat 5. And it's like certain games are just very hard on the hardware. And you're going to run into that when trying to emulate these $100, $200 games, and it's just not going to be the same.
Yep.
And I loved Ace Combat 5, but I could not stand to emulate it. And that's just one example. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head like a list or anything, but there are several games like that. It's just like the ROMs didn't transfer well or something, or the emulation hardware doesn't handle the game the way it was designed. It just, some things don't mix with like the emulators that we have today, and we're about to miss out on all these games if you don't have a great gaming PC, or I say that, but a decent gaming PC or something to emulate these games that are harder on the hardware.
Yeah, I fully plan on in the next couple weeks booting up my PS3. Oh, Lane's here. He says call him.
Let's go.
Let's get Lane in here. We go change out the graphics. Let's get Lane in the in the show. Lane has been
Let's
invited.
let's see if the rumor about the patent for a PS5 backward compatibility thing is gonna do something about it. But yeah, I don't have my hopes really.
Yeah,
really
I'm
at the
skeptical.
moment. Yeah.
Lane's here. Hi, buddy.
Connecting audio. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, Lane.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay.
I'm here though.
That's what counts. We were
Yeah.
just talking about Raido Kuzunoha and how it's like $100 now, and
Mhm.
how emulation of like PS2 games for some is still kind of shoddy.
Wait, what
Yeah,
game is
Raido
$100?
Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army.
Yeah,
The Shin Megami
Right.
Tensei action RPG.
that's
Yeah,
actually the Abaddon price. The
I own the
let's
second
see.
one. I don't own the first one.
You
Soulless
don't know what?
Army's looking like
Also,
125.
yeah. Yeah, as soon as I heard the news, I got all the Shin Megami Tensei games because I knew I was gonna play them, but I'm not paying $200
No.
for a copy of
You
them.
beat
so-
Nocturne too, yeah?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was planning on talking about that.
Go
in the
you.
other
That's
section,
a
but
tough game.
And
oh,
he
it's
did
so
it
good.
without the merciful difficulty.
It's as tough as they say it is.
Yeah.
So
So-
when is the exact date that they will close it? It's the store down.
July something.
Second?
July
Yeah.
2nd.
I'll
Yeah.
make
July
sure
2nd for the
and-
PS3 and August 20 something for the beta. I
So
think.
my recommendation
Something like
is that like here's a list of games that I think are really good that's on the store. I like this website link. I think that Heat Haze over there sent it to me. You could get Grandia 3 digitally. Like Grandia 3 on PS2 does not run that great. It's kind of crappy.
I would hate to think emulation.
Yeah, I emulated it. I've emulated the game a couple times, made it to the second disc like 4 times.
Okay.
That's probably gonna be an RPG once I get like to 1,000 followers or something on Twitch. I'll probably stream it. I'm halfway there. I'm at like 504 now.
It's got Fatal Frame on there, which I know is super expensive.
Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go through and buy a whole bunch of stuff for the PS3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Grandia 3 as well, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gradius 5, Growlancer, Heritage of War.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
should know that one.
I'm probably gonna buy like sometime between now and July. I'm just gonna buy like most of the PS1 and PS2 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna get I don't have a PS3 anymore, but I'm gonna load up my PS TV with
Mhm.
all my classic PlayStation
Yeah.
1 games.
If I can't find one of the backwards compatible PS3s,
Yeah.
which it's really sad because I was gonna. So the guy, you weren't here, Lane. But the guy shut down the website like today. Like his domain expired. A guy that reballs all the processors for it and refurbishes it. So, I mean, I might just try to buy like the latest model PS3, so the stuff inside it's the newest, just so I can have a system that could play all these digital games good. Because the PS3s we have are kind of getting old.
Yeah. For me, actually, like, I would say I bought a PlayStation Vita fairly recently, and I bought it for 2 reasons. One, Persona 4 Golden.
It's a good game.
2, playing PS1 classics on the go.
Yeah.
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 That's all you need. But
Yep.
they
I mean,
have some good games on the Vita.
It is 2021. I do have a PS5, and the system I've used the most is the PS3 this year.
Really.
The system
Yeah.
I've used the most
That is
this
true.
year is probably the PS5, but I've been playing PS4 games.
Yeah,
Right.
I've hardly touched my PS5 this year. I'm with Rad.
Like, let's see, what are the next games coming out? We've got Returnal and Pokemon and Nier in like the same week.
Yeah,
So that whole schedule is going to be a mess for me.
that's a big drop right there.
Yeah, so I think this week
better-
I'm going to try to beat Yakuza this week and then work on Ease after that. I'm almost done with Yakuza.
Yeah, you better finish that.
because it's so
So that you
good.
can start one of those. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good. I'm like 56, 57 hours into it.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Wow.
didn't
Yeah.
realize that game was that long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I haven't even done all the stuff. I've just done side quests plus main story. So yeah,
I
this
think
is
that you
really...
can't open up like their website without having the system.
Yeah, I mean, buying all the... So, Fatal Frame... Buy all the Fatal Frames digitally. Just go do it.
Yeah.
There's, like, Grow Lancer. Buy Grow Lancer.
Grow Lancer. Yeah.
Buy...
Oh my
Legend of
God.
Dragoon on Vita.
Yeah.
Buy
Oh, yeah.
the SMT games.
Chrono Cross.
Stella
If
Deus.
Valkyrie profile is on there, I'm not positive, but
I'm pretty sure
think the
Suikoden 1 through
right. Yeah. To 4.
Yeah.
all 1 through 4. Are
Yeah.
On the
I think we have a disc version of 2
Yes,
now.
three.
I saw it on my list. I was like, we have this? I don't remember
Yeah.
having this. But John might have got a
Not
disc
long
only.
ago. Huh. Not long ago, I realized that probably the reason why Suikoden 5 is so expensive right now is because it is not it is not available to buy through the PS3. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, the last time I
That's
checked, it
weird
was
though.
like
Why not? You have all the other ones. Why not put 5 on there? It's
right.
weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than I'm sad and they shouldn't have done this.
well,
The only
there's
thing is-
also the like digital only games for the PS3. Like they had that one Ratchet and Clank, like Quest for Booty or something, right?
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
You know what would suck is if they shut down the store. Everybody spends their life's savings on all these games, and then they re-release them on the PS5.
Oh,
I'd be so pissed. As long as I'd be okay with it as long as they were playable on the PS5. But if they like re-release these games in some fashion, I'd be so mad.
not as long as Jim Ryan's in charge. If he's in charge, I don't see it happening.
True, Mr.
Yeah.
Anti-old game.
Yep. Anti-old
who
game.
wants to play that?
Who wants to
anymore?
play old games?
I found myself going back to like more of the sprite work games and everything than like
Yeah.
these new consoles selling games. Like I would rather play Final Fantasy VI over God of War.
Yes.
If I made a list in my head of the top 5 stupidest comments ever made, that would be in the list.
Don't what? Which one?
Jim Ryan
Oh yeah.
about old games.
Don't you guys have phones though?
That would also make the list.
League of Legends Wild Rift dropped.
I've heard that's great. Like Ray's been playing it like crazy.
I've been playing it quite a bit. I'm happy to have it. I'm not gonna lie, because I never really felt like if I'm sitting down with like close to a console or computer, I want to play something like a real RPG. But for when I have a couple minutes on the go or something, a quick game of League, and it's like streamlined to be even faster, and you can still do pretty much everything possible in League, and it's very streamlined, I gotta say, and good experience. They have, I think I had 15, 16 champions unlocked. I've just been playing kind of casually, and they're giving you everything that you need to start off with. They're doing pretty good with this little mobile game, and it feels like straight up League. So there are a few
Well-
differences, but I'm excited.
Well, as you guys saw, they nerfed a lot of stuff in Runeterra. So I made my meme that says Aphelios friendship ended with Aphelios. Now Zoe is my best friend. So that was sad. That was real sad.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of exhausted this topic. You guys want to move on to the next thing?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Collection goals. And what do you guys want to do?
one last
boy.
Sorry.
One last thing, they are experiencing issues with downloading on the PlayStation 3.
Oh, imagine
like
that.
some games won't even download, or they're having trouble to boot up because they're getting like 2 errors directly related to like downloadable games and everything, and they're not sure whether it's like the high volume of downloads because they've downsized servers or what. But there are issues with downloading the game, so you might want to they're having problems, so keep that in mind if you're going to try to download a bunch of them.
I mean, there's still time. I think everybody's probably just kind of freaking out right now and buying a shit ton of games, but like,
There's a sale right now too.
yeah, give it a month. I bet it'll calm down.
Wayne's probably right.
Watch them port the entire like PlayStation 3 library for downloads.
They won't.
It'd be funny if they did, though.
So yeah, collection goals. What are our goals? Their collections.
Well, I want a complete Persona collection, and I have everything but Persona 2s, which are the most expensive.
I think I have all of them, except for the PSP one.
I have that. Are you talking about Persona 2 PSP or Persona 1?
Both. I'm not a PSP person. I only have
I love my PSP.
like a dozen or so. I'm not much into handheld gaming though, just in general.
I used to be.
I used to be, but streaming changed that.
I used to lay in bed all the time and just curl up with my little Game Boy.
I mean, I would do the same thing, but streaming kind of changed that for me. Like
Good times.
And you had to have like little bendy lights so you could see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I had the SP, so I had the backlight.
Oh, aren't you special?
Youngsters.
No, I escaped most of the portables until the 3DS.
Well,
so I went from Game Boy Advance to 3DS.
I had my first Game Boy Pocket.
Game Boy Pocket.
In between, I was playing just.
It was a regular Game Boy with a monochrome screen, but it was smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was old school. Pokemon Red, let's go.
I started off with a Game Boy Color, but lime green.
I think mine was purple.
Good times.
Yeah, I got the other one, the turquoise. I think it is
the turquoise.
Yeah, exactly.
The light blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what I said, but yeah.
It's okay.
Like turkeys.
But yeah, I actually so in my case, games that I want to add to my collection are regrets that I didn't buy when I had the chance. Like all the Shin Megami Tensei games on the 3DS, for example.
Yeah, they're super expensive now.
Yeah, I hopped on a little late for that, but
I right now it's a bit late. Like for Devil Survivor, like both games, or Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Apocalypse and Strange Journey, you know, all those games.
Yeah.
So, the topic. What are we gonna do with our collections? Like, I know my goal. I've said it many times.
Everything that you've played, right?
I want to have a copy of every game I've ever played or have ever wanted to play that I did not get to play.
Well, that's a little grand for me, but I just want like my favorites and then one of all my favorites. Like I love
Olinachi, you want to jump in, buddy?
Franchise or whatever, a series that I love. I just love seeing like the continuation, the evolution of that. I want like every game in at least the mainline franchise of something. For like all my favorites, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Persona, and I have some of Legend of Heroes because I get the feeling that that's going to be something that I want to continue, but
Oh, hey, now she's on. Oh, get everybody.
3DS RPG is not too far away. Nice.
Invite Enashi.
Good job, friend.
I gotta go change up the the view of the thing again.
Now is the time to get those 3DS RPGs before they shoot up any higher.
Yeah, they're pricey.
Yeah, but the thing is that, for example, like something like Devil Survivor right now, I saw it at one point on $20 and I didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and it pains me to pay 80 now or 90 or whatever it
That's
is.
so expensive.
Blaine, didn't you make some profit off of that?
I did.
Yeah.
I found a copy of Devil Survivor loose for like $18, and I flipped it for $100.
Good grief.
I think that particular game store has like a ton of games, and I think they just have a hard time keeping up with everything.
Yeah.
So I lucked out and
My
picked
game
that up
stores
and
are on
made some
top
good
of
money.
it here.
Yeah, same.
I hate it because I'm like, everywhere I go, I'm like, the only place that I haven't seen them like in tune with the game price is GameStop.
Well, it's really
Because-
sad because, I
yeah.
mean, you go look at Enashi's pickups.
Oh yeah.
He gets like,
Yeah.
oh god, so much stuff for like pennies.
Yeah.
Yes. He got Mario Odyssey for like a quarter.
I know. That's a great game.
Jeez.
That's a great game.
It's like
There was one other game.
$50 still.
There was one other game. It was Eternal Poison.
Here we go. We got
And,
Enashi now.
The day I went into the store was the day they were updating the price on that game. It was like 40 and they updated it to like 140.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I was like, oh no.
Hey, Nachi, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear
Hey.
me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting
tired.
stuff set back up. That's got to make me change the overlay like 6 times during the middle of an episode.
7 now.
We're all here though. This is like a special
I love
thing.
it. I love it. Well, since we're all here, we should tell everyone that we have hit 100 Discord members, so the giveaway is underway.
Yes.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm excited to see who wins that.
Me
Yeah,
too.
me too. Me too. I was considering quitting the Eternia Archives so I can enter the contest and
Quitting
then
so you could enter.
return.
Same, Rad. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
There is no quitting.
Once you're in the Eternia Archives, you're in for life.
It's like the Yakuza. It's like the Yakuza.
Yep.
No way
It's a
out.
blood pact we made in your sleep. Don't worry about it. We handle it.
Yeah, we did the whole cut your hand and spit in it handshakes.
Wow, that's a bit much.
Yeah, it was a long trip, but we made it happen.
All right, I'm gonna organize the tiles so they fit more aesthetically.
This is good. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna put Enashi in the middle. There we go. All right, now we're good. Okay, so Enashi, your collection. What's your goal with your collection? You have the biggest of everybody here.
Shoot.
Well, just ignore the Nintendo DS part of it. Because I've been wanting to get a complete collection for the Nintendo DS. And so there's a lot of garbage in my collection. Now, every game that I have is all the games I have, I want to actually play.
Mhm.
That's my goal. And
that is quite an endeavor.
yeah. So you notice in my collection, there is no Dark Souls games.
But you
If
used
look
to
at my
have
background,
them.
You
I
see-
gave them away.
Yeah,
I gave them to Gozu.
they
They're
came
pretty
back.
good.
They're coming back. I'm pretty sure. It's
No.
hard to get rid of them. Yeah.
And my background is Dark Souls in the original Halo maps.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi, Theo.
hey Theo, how's
Hello.
it going?
Wrong arm. Go. Do the thing. Software's not perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Oh.
So I guess
got
for
tackled.
me, I don't have a very big collection, but one thing I think I would like to do is if I had to pick like one console, I'd want to have every North American release for RPGs for the PS1.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that's probably a little ambitious. I wouldn't say I really have a goal, but typically, kind of the rule I follow is I don't buy any games that I wouldn't actually play.
Mm-hmm.
So like anytime I consider buying an old game or not, it's more of a like would I play this down the road even if it was only for 15 minutes? You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got
as
a
long
lot
as
of
it's not like
games.
stupid expensive, but
There's so many games I've bought that I will probably never play. Like I got The Adventures of Lolo 2 and 3 last weekend, and that was super awesome to me because the first Adventures of Lolo is one of my favorite original Nintendo games. This thing, they had a second and a third. I was like, I have to buy this. I have to buy this. The Wicked Fate Ultimatum. I think I have,
You're muted, Dane.
I don't know if I have that one. Yeah, we can't hear you.
you're on mute.
Use your
Sorry.
words.
I was. I grabbed the wrong game. It's supposed to be Time and Eternity
Oh,
because I will play that.
It does kind of look similar.
yeah. Did you guys see Eric's April Fool's joke where he,
Yeah. What,
I actually
what was
wanted
that
him to
game?
play it.
What was that game? It was like the
There it
Cats
is.
Attack.
Rat's got it. I've got it.
Worth it.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that crap.
I can't imagine pre-ordering that game.
Well, it looked good from the trailers, and the gameplay was
Yeah.
awful. So bad.
But my goal is probably like every mainline entry for my favorite series.
I'm still waiting for my copy of Time and Eternity from Hope Man. I thought he
Yeah,
was I thought he was giving everybody a copy with
Yeah,
all
well-
his GameStop money.
he made like
Right.
$50,000 off that.
With all this game stonks.
So Nick, you mentioned that you would like to have all the games from your favorite franchise, which is
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Franchises, series like Dragon
franchise.
Quest,
Okay,
Final Fantasy, Persona. Those are the big ones. And Fire Emblem. I would like that too.
Yeah, that's a pricey one to get.
Ooh,
Yeah.
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 Give up
yeah,
on that
them.
one.
I just adjusted I have my game tracking app, which
Yeah.
if anyone wants it, I'll share a link to it because you can see all the games in my collection. And I noticed that I was going through my Game Boy Advance games, and because I just added Golden Sun today, complete in box. My Fire Emblem games were not complete in box on there, and there were price starting values 180 for one and 150 for the other. And I just got the box manual and map for Golden Sun 2. Was it The Lost Hope? I think that's what it's called. I got that one coming too.
The Lost Age.
So I get
or
a
something
complete in
like
box.
Lost Age.
The
Yeah.
Lost
Lost
Age, that's it.
That sounds
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah. So I get to do complete in box on that one also, which those
Those are
have
both-
gone up like crazy.
They're both about 80.
No, they're going a lot higher than that now. They're
Really?
going for 120 to 150
Oh, shucks.
complete in box. I did get a completing cop. My buddy Phoenix Resell, he gave me a sweet deal on a copy of Tales of Fantasia that's gonna be my first graded game.
Wow.
Nice.
Mm.
Like
So I'm gonna send that one.
PlayStation?
It's no, that one's on GBA.
Yeah.
And it's mint.
Me
It
too.
is so beautiful.
Nice.
So I'm gonna send
That's
that one in and get it graded.
No. GBA games, it is hard to find them in complete in box and good quality. because like all the kids, myself included, were like, "Well, forget the box. It's cool,
Yeah.
but let me see that game."
Yeah, sure. We used to be like that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Movie Trading Company had games on sale. Well, buy two get one free for Easter, and I picked up like 30 GBA games.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Which I'm still waiting for the Mega Man Battle Network Anniversary Collection to come out.
That would be cool. They did all the other ones.
Well, they talked like they had more to do, but they were going to hold off because plans got delayed due to COVID and everything. But
Of course they
which
did.
makes me think that they are producing something like a legacy collection. But
Yeah. Who owns Capcom? Does Capcom own Capcom?
I think so. I think so.
I think the Capcom owns. I think they own themselves.
Yeah, because they got big franchises
Okay.
like Street Fighter, Monster Hunter. Well, Monster Hunter
Monster
recently came
Hunter.
into it, Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devil May Cry, yeah, so many.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Every
wondering
account.
because there was that rumor that Microsoft might buy Konami. I don't know if that was an April Fool's joke. Because when it this week it was Microsoft. Even before this
That would
week,
make
'cause
my
Microsoft
heart
was
sink.
planning on buying Sega, and it
Did
was
you
like
guys-
Sega and Konami. And I hope they bought Konami because they would actually do something with their franchises again.
Yes.
I was like,
If I
That
could
would be
get
what I
on
want.
PC, if I could get on PC, I'd be okay.
Did you guys see Hope's April Fool's joke with
No.
the Bloodborne
No.
Bloodborne coming to PC?
Oh
He put
yeah,
it
I
in the
saw
gaming
that.
news chat.
I saw that.
I clicked on it and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
You got
Well,
got.
I saw like they
Kitty!
they did
Kitty.
they did like a worldwide release for Persona 2 Duology or something, and I was like, oh, and they did it very similar to the way
Kitty.
they did the Persona or the SMT 5. No, it was Nocturne release, but it got my hopes up for a second. I was like, you buttholes.
Yeah, Ram's right. Anyone buying Konami would probably be an improvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Get on it.
Literally
Yes.
anyone. Literally
Anyone.
anyone.
Apple, except for Apple.
Nintendo.
no, what
Even-
about that? What about Tencent though?
Oh no,
That Chinese company.
no,
Nah.
no.
Even Nintendo.
Oh.
Nintendo will create a
Garden
new
of Valor.
Nintendo will create a new Castlevania game and put it in the store for 6 months and then, delete it from existence. But
gosh.
that's better than what's happening right now with Konami.
That's only if they put it out there on the Nintendo Store, a re-release. It's just re-releases.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sad when that's a step up. Having a 6-month release window, but it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sad times we live in, folks.
it is very
Yeah.
sad times.
Well,
We
you
were
know what? At
happy
least
and
you had
we didn't know it.
you had a chance to physically buy it at least.
True.
Right.
That's
For
the
$60.
thing. Yes, which is better than only putting it on there as digital and then removing it, and then you can't get it again unless you already paid for it. That's
Yeah, that's true. A digital only would have been even more bullshit.
Yeah,
so. Do these earbuds sound okay?
Yeah. Sound pretty good.
I mean they sound about the same as your phone.
Okay. I literally I haven't even charged them yet. I just hooked them up right when you called.
Cool. So we want to jump to the battle table with Nick.
Sure.
Unless we want to
Go
talk
for it.
about more of what we already brought up. Let's see. What'd you send me? Oh yeah,
It's way back.
there
After
it
a
is.
couple links. Okay.
Hold on. Let me close some of these tabs here, and make some of the stuff smaller. No,
Yes.
I'm having problems here. Should be a surprise to literally no one. Callie has problems with something? What?
I'm just surprised we don't see arms flailing everywhere now since you got the tracking.
Well,
And you're trying to get all this stuff fixed.
I don't move very much.
So, how,
Callie's a
I was about
potato.
to say,
Aoyama
Oh,
how much
Jesus,
does
that's
that
loud.
cost?
How much did the lead motion cost? Like $105.
So you get to see it in effect a couple times per stream, probably.
I mean, kinda. Alright. Where do you want me to put this? Just take up the whole screen?
You can put army, it don't matter.
Side note, Rad, what hat are you wearing?
Rad's not wearing. I mean, Rad's. Oh, yeah, what are you wearing, Rad?
The hat.
Oh,
Ah, Cardinals. I
Cardinals.
thought that's what it was.
of course. Was there even a doubt? I just watched the game like a few hours ago, and yeah, I needed to wear that, even though we lost though. Crap. Anyways,
So, for the
The Blues are
battle
playing right
table,
now.
they're playing the Reds, so they won Thursday and they lost today. So
He's showing me his new sandals. Ooh, look at that.
Sweet.
So for the battle table, I'll be doing Devil Survivor Overclocked. Everybody knows how I feel about this game. It's
please,
classic, and
please
since
do.
SMT3 dropped, I figured I would probably highlight one of their better
I'm going to mute
entries,
myself and I'll
I
be
think.
right back.
Okay. And it is a tactics based version of SMT, which is very story driven, but you can grind if you need to. So there's that. But the majority of the gameplay revolves around the press turn system in a tactical presentation, pretty much. You move around and you can heal from like your standard tactics isometric view of your characters and everything for a couple distance of a panel or two for the standard healing spell Dia in the S&T series. Or you can bind an enemy to restrict their movement so that they can't reach another party member or something. Or you can sacrifice HP to get devil speed, depending on the race of your demons. Each one has a species type skill that lets you gain a certain tactical advantage. Now, that is just one skill. In order to gain the rest, you either have to synthesize your demons and demon fusion, or you have to like crack a skill pretty much. Cracking a skill, you target an enemy at the start of the battle. And once you defeat that enemy with that, you have to pair it up to a certain character and make sure that character defeats that enemy. And if you do, they can unlock that skill. And then sometimes when you fill up your, I think it's Magicite or Magicite, something like that, it's a random event pretty much. But every now and then your guys can learn a cracked skill. And once it fills up, you can fill in one of their empty skill slots. And it uses the standard S&T press turn system where you get more turns if you attack an enemy's weakness. Now, this isn't always guaranteed, but it's also determined by like luck and your character's speed in instances. And criticals also earn you an extra turn. So you may have a skill that has like 50% hit rate, but it also has a high chance to critical. So it can give you that extra turn that you really need to finish that fight before you just get overwhelmed again. And enemies can heal as well, which is terrible. And the game is very difficult if you play on the standard difficulty. The overclocked edition was what I got here for the 3DS, and it has a easier difficulty that allows you to experience the system with a little bit less grief. The game kind of expects you to grind some, but it is possible to go through it, mainly because you can swap out your demons mid-battle. You see, as long as your party leader, each little character has a group of demons, and the main character is the party leader. As long as the party leader survives, then you can swap out your demons for whoever suits the situation. You can have like 20 demons or something in your stock. So as long as you keep your leaders alive, there's plenty of ability to just swap out demons and keep them going. But if you have someone that is weak against the enemy, then you're just going to give them a bunch of turns. So it's very important that you still strategize and keep the resistances against the enemies. Um, and with the cracked skills that you learn from the enemies, you can set the skills on your party leaders, and including passives known as leader skills. And the thing is, it looks like your standard tactical RPG, but once you get up close and in person to an enemy and enter the actual fight, it goes to more of a standard S&T kind of first person view, turn based system like most RPGs. And it's a great combination, in my opinion, and it really just lets it feel like a true RPG while still offering all the tactical diversity that is available in a tactics RPG. And the game has like 10 different plot lines or something that you can choose to go down, each with a different ending. Overclocked, overhauled some of the lesser endings and then added more. So there's plenty of content to be had in this game here, and it's got all of the balance and everything of your standard S&T title, along with some great character design, story. It's my favorite 3DS game and DS game of all time. So can't
Question.
recommend that game enough.
So I hear it is quite a challenging game, like one of the hardest SMT games for sure. Do you think it is worth it to play on normal difficulty,
Um,
or should I try the easy mode if I do?
I think as long as you grind a little bit,
Hmm.
it's going to be okay. It mostly just forces you to swap out your demons more than anything. I think on the easier difficulty, it kind of lets you stick to your main party, but uh, you do have to utilize the demon fusion in this
Yeah.
game because you can only gain like a few levels pretty much with each demon before the XP required to level up becomes exponential. And it's best if you utilize the demon auction, which you pay money to get new demons. And you literally just have to outbid someone to get the new demon, which makes it a pretty easy process. As long as you've beaten the demon, you can pretty much buy them in the auction. And then the demon fusion to get new skills, unlock new demons. It's a great system, and it's very streamlined. And has plenty of tactical variety with all the passive skills. The cracked skill system is fantastic and pretty much lets you build your parties however you want. You get to customize how your main character levels up by allocating points, but everybody else all the party leaders level up on their own. But you can still allocate their skills to make them sort of more physically inclined or highlight their healing capabilities, etc. It's just you can play on the higher difficulty. Late game will be very challenging, though.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
will probably take a lot of time for you to grind through those levels and really capitalize on your party. I would recommend for your first time through probably to play on the easier difficulty for
Right.
most people.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is because I was watching someone playing the Japanese version of Nocturne HD remaster, which already released, and the
Yes.
merciful difficulty is extremely easy, like
Really?
extremely easy. Like it you can kill the enemies by pressing auto attacks all the time.
Oh crap!
So
That ruins the game.
yeah, so I will, so since I just beat the game, I guess my recommendation will be that people playing normal, but you can change the difficulty at any time. So you need to grind, then switch to merciful and grind, and then switch it back
Yeah.
to normal. That
Do you
that
get
would
the
be
same
good.
amount of experience in that,
No, I
no
mean
matter the difficulty?
yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's one of my favorite things is when no matter the difficulty, like the probably the least favorite thing of mine in the difficulty levels is when they lower your XP gain
Yep.
because it's just unnecessary grind and it's very evident and it just literally makes you grind more. It's just
Well,
frustrating.
in Yakuza Like a Dragon, you have one difficulty mode till you beat the game, and it's on normal. Now, most of the fights are pretty doable as long as you play and do all the stuff. If you don't do the side content in that game, you don't grind through there like, hey, here's an arena, you should go do this. If you don't, like, you're gonna get your butt stomped. There's one boss fight in, I think, chapter 12 or 13. I'm not gonna spoil the boss, but they have a one-hit kill move. So if you don't have your entire party, like, set up to where they're not gonna die from one-hit kill, like, it's the first boss I've died at the game, and it cost me 3.5 million yen to be able to redo it.
Jeez.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, that sounds terrible. That was like a third of my money. So then I kept all my party, like, super buffed the rest of the other time doing it. That's the only fight that was a challenge. Like, everything else just takes a while. But that was the only thing. It's like, well, guess I'm dead now. Because if Kasuga dies, no matter what your party is, you die.
Right.
Oh, I hate that when
Yep.
like the main character dies.
Yep.
It's over.
That
It's like
happens,
that
yeah.
with Destiny Connect, TikTok
Yeah, I hate
Travel.
that too.
The
Yeah,
story is so good. You guys have to play that. Oh, what's going on? Okay, I was touching my face. There we go.
So, you lose half of your money in Dragon Quest, right?
Oh
if you die?
God.
Yeah,
Isn't
if
that
you
right?
don't, that's why you need to save it. Yeah.
So when I played Dragon Quest 11 was my first Dragon Quest game,
Why?
and I had no idea that was a
He's a
thing.
baby.
And I did not die in Dragon Quest 11 until the post game, and I didn't use the bank at all.
Oh
And
no.
yeah,
Oh no.
I lost half of my money.
Oh no.
Well, that's insane.
It was
Yeah,
a sad day.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Dragon Quest, it's hard to actually lose your party
Yeah.
in the first Dragon Quest. I mean, it's difficult, but no, for me, it's a lot easier because I'm a grinder.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. So when I played Dragon Quest 11, I tried the draconian settings, and yeah, so it was my first Dragon Quest as well, but I died frequently in the main story, so I was already aware that I needed to save my money. So
I came in on like Dragon Quest 4 and everything, but I'm
So-
like, there's a lot of people hopping on the series with Dragon Quest 11.
So Devil Survivor Overclocked. I personally do not like strategy RPGs. Is this one, like, I saw the combat, it looks like it goes into actual, like, turn-based combat.
Yeah, I never really thought of it much as a tactics RPG, but it to get the most out of it, which you're going to have to for the higher difficulty. I haven't really tried the easier, so I would, but there are so many storylines in this game. I would probably just recommend playing it on easy just to make it through faster. But I would definitely try the 3DS version. Excellent story. The characters just feel real to me.
Okay.
Besides, like maybe the cosplay girl.
It's your favorite game, yeah?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. That changes with the day, but
Yeah, the cosplay girl, you can just let her die.
Which
Yeah.
character, what's her name?
Izumi or something like that.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I forget. I don't care.
Gotcha.
She's forgettable.
Understood.
Yeah, I never used her.
Understood. Well, we've got a bunch of polls that we've done. Should we talk through those?
Yes.
All right, so
Proceed.
there's a bunch. We got, for those of us who play MMORPGs, what was your favorite? Without a doubt, I was surprised that 14 was the most popular.
Because
wasn't
it
surprised at
plays
all.
like a single player game almost.
That's true. Like, I spent a lot of my life in WoW, so I have to vote for that.
Yeah, it was the first MMO that I felt like I could enjoy without just going out, forming a guild and everything, which I joined a guild. I enjoyed it, but I could actually enjoy it by myself.
You can literally play Final Fantasy 14 like any other single player Final Fantasy game. There's just certain points, and actually they fixed this as well. You don't even have to do multiplayer dungeons anymore. You can have people from the story join your party.
Oh, that's awesome.
And do the dungeons. You can play the entire game single player if you want to.
Yep.
So they could release like a single player game version.
They did.
Basically.
Yeah, they could. But they
That'd be
want your
cool.
sub fee.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that one without by a landslide. Then it was Command & Conquer's 3's anniversary. I appreciated that everyone else agreed that Nod, except for Inashi, he said slime. But Nod, of course. We got Kane, long live Kane. Without a doubt, that Kane was amazing.
I forget which one's which. I only
Kane is the
barely played
one
a
that
little
was
bit.
like the cult. So
That's Nod,
the
right?
Brotherhood of Nod, yeah.
I like the GDI, the government ones, right?
Yeah, the Americans.
Yeah.
Favorite starter from Gen 2, because I played Silver last week. Cyndaquil won. That's why we picked Cyndaquil.
Oh, disappointing.
I didn't vote, but
Which one did you
Cyndaquil
vote
is
for,
mine.
Rad?
Total Dial. It's objectively the best, but I can see the appeal for Cyndaquil.
Well, there's not many fire Pokemon in the game.
Right, yeah. But Feraligatr is so good. Like
yeah, I love Totodile too, especially from the freaking anime.
I'm biased towards fire Pokemon because that's the one I choose usually the first playthrough. But in that generation, I think Totodile is good.
And then obviously we have Godzilla fans. 15-6. I watched the movie. We watched it the day it came out. I liked it a lot. We gave it a B for rating.
That's not bad.
Well, the last one, I remember seeing the action scenes and the graphics and everything. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. And then the characters would open their mouth and it would all just go.
Well, the story in this one was, they might as well not even had a story. Like the story was just
garbage.
It was trash, but it was cool. And there was lots of good fight scenes. So if you like giant monsters smashing at each other, you're not going to be disappointed.
Well, that's what I come for. So.
Yeah. If you liked the first Pacific Rim, you'll like this one just fine. And Inashi coming in there with the amazing Sonic poll. Sonic and Knuckles winning by a landslide.
Yeah, that's the only one I really played as a kid.
Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles combined was the only way to ever see Hypersonic. I unlocked it as a kid. That was like a life achievement for me. And basically, you would double jump, and it would do a flash on the screen and kill everything on screen instantaneously. So you're
Didn't it have, like, Sonic at one point in the story, though? Just flying, like, supersonic or whatever?
Yeah, you could be
At the
Supersonic,
beginning.
yeah, but this is when you get all Chaos Emeralds from Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles together, you turn into Hypersonic.
Huh.
And you become, like, godlike, because then you just run around through the area, and, oh, there's enemies, you just double jump, and then you, like, just run through it's insane. It's crazy.
I did not know that.
So, yeah, lots of cool stuff. What else do we want to talk about?
Who's going to do the next poll? Whose turn is it?
Well, is there even turn? Oh, Rad. Rad could do one.
Is it
Yeah.
my turn? I think it
That
is my
hasn't gone for a
turn. Yeah.
while.
I think
Yeah,
you should.
I guess it is my. I think the last one I did. Yeah, the last one I did was. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll post. I'll post after the episode.
Oh, I gotta go do moderation stuff. Ban.
Yes, ban.
Who else I gotta ban? You gotta get banned? Banned.
Troll.
Ban. Alright, took care of that. It's done.
That was
Yep.
fast.
I thought I had links banned. I'll go change that setting right now.
Y'all, there's the door. There's the door.
You're banned. Get.
Go on and get.
So who wants to play a game?
What
What's
kind
an
of game?
Ainashi sack?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Alright, go ahead. Let's guess.
It's wrinkly.
Oh no. Is it a game?
Related.
It's game related. Is it the Jabanian plush that you were supposed to, the little Jabanian figure? How are we supposed to guess? It could be anything. It could be a boat. It could be a boat in there.
It's Kratos.
Oh.
Oh.
Frankly.
Oh, nice.
It's a cool
just-
figure. I have no idea what it's from.
Just, that's how. How are we supposed to guess that? That's okay. Actually, I didn't have link bans turned on. I fixed that. That's done now. They're all banned. It's okay.
This is my receipt
Oh, jeez.
for movie
Grief.
trading company.
Oh, jeez. All the movie stores here closed down. All of them. Like, all that stuff's closing. Tons of restaurants. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, there are other places. This place is called V Stock, but they're all the same, but just different names in Texas. They're a movie trading company, and they just sell movies, games, anime, D&D, Pokemon cards. Basically, just the pop culture store.
Got it.
Cool.
So, should we talk about what we're playing and then see if
Can you
any...
talk about the PlayStation Store closing already?
Yeah,
and
we
all
did that
stuff?
hours, like an hour ago. We could talk about it now. What do you
Oh.
want to talk
You-
about?
You can add.
Add on your
Definitely.
thoughts. Go for it.
That's why I go physical.
Yeah.
I told you so.
Be like, I told you. I told you.
And it will come for PlayStation 4 eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion is there's a lot of money in those older games that people are like, oh, download, go and buy all these PlayStation 1 games and stuff like that because you could just get them for really cheap. Oh, yeah, that's cool. But I think that it probably in the very, very fast future, the PlayStation 5 will get emulation for all those old consoles that were on
That'd
the
be
PlayStation
great.
Store.
I would love it. I will. That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
Now if they could just let us put our systems in rest mode, that'd be even better.
But
God.
they need a really good.
I really hate that. It
They need a
just,
better way to emulate PlayStation 3s.
yeah.
They seems like they've yet to find a really good way to do that.
Got it.
My arms are getting tired from holding this phone.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Just different location today.
So,
But
yeah, the PlayStation Store is really sad. That's Dynasty Warriors DS. They made a DS game. I bet that runs
I'm
terribly.
googling.
I can't. What's it? Casper?
yeah, Casper Spooky Sports Day.
Oh boy.
That's just what I wanted.
X-Men Returns to the store because it's
Those-
trash.
These are all for my DS collection. But they were buy two get one free, $6 a piece.
Oh my gosh, the Dynasty Warriors DS.
Is it bad?
Yeah. It's like, it's pretty rough. Oh, Anyway,
Imaginators. And Imaginators.
Ooh.
And Imaginators. I'm out of Imaginator games. I have sold all 3 of them on Amazon, $150 to $200 a pop.
Gee,
Jesus.
what?
And I had like 40 of them up there.
What?
Wow.
They're terrible games.
Oh, kids love them. It's not for adults. It's not for you. It's not for me. It's for kids.
Us.
Oh, and by the way, okay, so you guys go on eBay and you see that, eBay has stock photos, and there's a lot of people that will not put photos of what they have.
Yep.
All the Goodwills changed one of their policy because they got tired of returns, is that they will not put up a game that is like a disc-based game without the original case.
Nice.
Really?
Yes, it's like a new policy that they're doing, a disc-based game. So like I got pretty lucky, like, a Warhammer game that for PSP, it's like a card game.
Wow.
Didn't have it for my PSP collection, and it was like $5 shipped.
Nice.
You should send
I
us
didn't
a
see a
link
picture
to
of it.
their
It was
eBay
complete.
page. Send us a link in Discord later.
It's because if you just search for whatever game you want, you like some of the lowest ones are always going to be Goodwills. I think that one was the Seattle one. I don't know. I
Okay.
just search and I just like, but my thing is like, take chances if it's Goodwill now, because Goodwills do that now. They usually will say in their description, it says it might not have a manual, but it will have the original case and artwork and the game.
Nice.
So that's your little tip for now, because you might get lucky and they're usually pretty cheap.
Cool.
Yeah, sometimes you find cool stuff. I bought a PS2 for $20 once.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And it still works, so.
Nice.
So I was at a Goodwill outlet yesterday, and my book guy there, he found a sealed Pokemon Silver Game Boy
Ooh.
Color.
No.
Mint.
Ooh.
Sealed.
Jeez.
It's worth like
Blown.
$200.
Oh, way more. Because it's grading material. And I talked to him and I'm like, okay, you want to get this graded? And I showed him what the grading things were. These things were selling for like an 8.5 grade, easily for $6,000 to $7,000 a pop.
Oh my god.
That's
And
insane.
it cost him 10 cents.
Oh,
What?
Good grief.
I'm done now. I'm
Forget your 401k. Just
I've
don't
done-
invest in Goodwill. Just buy all the bins.
I'm just gonna put the
Yesterday,
stream ending
yesterday-
screen on and call it good. Jesus, that's ridiculous.
yeah, Pokemon games are just absolutely stupid. If you got a sealed Pokemon game, or even a really minty boxed like GBA or Game Boy game that's just really mint, you can still get those graded and they'll still go for a lot.
Which
Even if
is
they're not
funny to
sealed.
me because I feel like there are so many like better
I-
monster
What
collecting
I
games.
want to know is who the hell takes a sealed video game to Goodwill? Like,
Yeah.
how
Okay,
freaking
either-
stupid are you?
No, it's either someone has passed away or the kid has moved out
Yeah.
and they just donated the kid's room. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
I also found an Xbox 360 there.
Maybe in
that
Texas,
actually
not up here. Like
Yeah.
there's
worked, and
there's
it's
nothing
really good
here.
condition. Oh, and Mario Odyssey and Just Dance 18.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that.
That's
crazy.
why it's Texas. Like they're so close to the sun that they can't think straight. They just give away everything. Up here, there's just too cold. So they have to think a little more. And they don't give anything away. I don't know. I've never seen any. I've never even
think it's-
seen a game at a thrift store in my entire life ever. Not once.
I think it's because Anashi lives in a lot bigger city than we do.
The city I live in is almost 1 million people, but
Well,
Oh yeah.
the thing
I'm
is
not even
though,
close to that.
like, okay, yeah, I'm in a big city, but most of the good pickups and everything that I see from my friends are from smaller cities because there's not as much competition.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
I
can't
don't even
read
know
that.
what that is.
What's it say?
I can't read it either.
Cat dog.
Hold on.
That's what
Let
it
me
looked
turn
like.
on my flashlight on this side.
Cat dog. It's probably
Oh,
not cat dog.
That's a horrible cartoon.
I loved that cartoon.
No, I did too, but going back to watch it, it's pretty horrible.
I'm sure it is now.
Oh yeah, turned off the light so Theo can't turn it on. He likes to just plop on the light in the middle of the day. Okay, I can't read that one. All right, next DS game. This is actually a good one. Iridium.
Cool.
Spent on that one.
$3.
$3. Nice.
Oh, do you-
Pitfall.
I'm just gonna-
Pitfall. Ah,
You guys could keep talking. I'm just gonna show.
So
Did
for
you ever
that-
play the GameCube version of Pitfall?
No.
It's actually pretty good.
So, for the contest that we're doing, like right now, like we've got our 100 members. When do we want to actually do the giveaway? Because I know you said you'd be gone on the 17th. I am gonna be playing a lot of Runeterra that day. So do we want to just announce it like next Saturday on Discord and just say, hey, and we probably should figure out how we're gonna do the
Yeah,
random
'cause all the
counting.
contestants will be in Discord, so that
Yeah.
should be acceptable.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a spreadsheet that I'm going to put on Google Docs that I'm going to pin to the page, and I am going to allow Gozu to pick. Like for right now, it's like I think we got like 200 entries. I'm going to have 1 through 200 there. I'll let him pick his 25 entries. Then I'll let the next person go down, pick their entries, so they could pick their numbers that they want. And we'll just do that for now. And if they get more, we'll put more in there. We'll add as needed as people get more levels up, level that as they level up in there.
And thank you, Rim, for donating
Yeah.
the PSP, and Ain for all the games.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like we hit 100. The new goal is 250. Like I want to see 1,000 people in this Discord within a few years. That's a like I'm not stopping streaming. I love streaming. It's so much fun to me. I love getting to hang out with people, and I have to say, I'm still working towards getting a partner. That's what I'm gonna get eventually, and we're not stopping this train. We're at 100 with 250, 500, 1,000. We'll be big someday. Just gotta keep sticking at it.
Let's go.
Let's go. My John Cena button. I can't hit it right now. I don't think it'll work. I got a new one.
Oh yeah.
I got one where it's Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, and he goes Super
Ooh.
Saiyan Blue. Yeah,
WrestleMania 20.
I have no idea. I don't watch wrestling.
I used to a lot.
Next weekend, WrestleMania 37.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's pretty much the only thing I watch nowadays.
just
Like the
wrestling.
WrestleManias. Yeah.
So what games have you guys been playing? Rav, why don't you tell us?
So yeah, as I was saying, I finished Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne a few days ago. Yeah, the PS2 version, of course. The HD remaster is still not out.
Classic, not the baby version.
Yeah, so it's actually yeah, it has become one of my favorite PS2 games for sure.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. Like as a Persona fan, this was actually my first experience with Shin Megami Tensei, like the mainline series, and at the beginning it was tough. I didn't know what to think because I was dying like after making progress. I was not finding enough save points, and stuff like that. But then something clicked. I started to take the game with more patience, like going back if I needed to the previous save point, and just take my time. Grind a little bit, make fusions. And make sure to have like good demons, like different demons, so that you can attack the weaknesses of the enemies. And yeah, so after I started doing that, yeah, it's still the game's still difficult, but it is doable. The characters are there, the story's there, the combat is fantastic. um, the atmosphere is my favorite part of the game. So I suggest that um, you guys try the remaster when it comes
Well,
out.
I tried the original multiple times. I couldn't get into it.
You couldn't? Okay.
I still
I
have it.
might try the original version because I don't feel like paying $50 for
right.
an HD remaster.
The original version is still like really good. I went for, well, without spoiling anything. I decided to do the
I
true
have
demon
that as well. But
the true demon ending, because it allows you to fight a secret boss at the end, which is
Is it
easily the hardest.
Dante from Devil May Cry?
It is
no,
not.
no.
It
No,
is not.
He's a party
It is
member.
not.
he's a
Uh,
party member.
Dante is. I mean, it depends on the version that you play, but it could be Dante who is in the game, or Raido
Right.
Kusunoha. So
I think
so
maybe you can get both in the new version, but
you could. I would be very interested in seeing how they do it. Like if you have both. Um, so the reason I went for the true demon ending is because you gotta finish an optional dungeon before you enter the main the final dungeon of the main story. And if you do that, um, at the end of the game you get to fight someone that I'm not gonna spoil, but it's really hard, really really hard. But I grinded, and I was able to beat it. So yeah.
there's
Then
three different endings, right?
there's six different endings.
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's six different endings, and um, yeah.
So you're
It's
gonna beat
really
them
good.
all, right?
Your I don't think so, but yeah, your decisions really matter, really really matter. So I just went to YouTube and watched the other five when I beat the game, because I spent like 60 hours in beating the game completely. So I wasn't gonna do that again.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I was glad I went with that choice, because yeah, yeah, because of the optional boss basically. So what else? So after I finished that, so I started Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga for the PS2,
Nice.
which uses the same engine as Nocturne, uses basically the same combat,
Yeah.
but it's more story heavy.
Oh, very, very
and
story heavy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very story heavy, and you don't do fusions. You have a set
Party.
number of party members.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a nice change of pace
It's
after
a very
beating.
dark story.
Oh,
It is a
yeah.
very dark. It's a very dark story, but yeah, I'm like 6 or 7 hours into the game. But after playing Nocturne, like, what is dark anymore? It's just like
Yeah.
so yeah. I'm enjoying that. And the other game I'm playing at the moment is Bravely Default 1, the original game.
Oh,
After beating Bravely Default 2, I decided to try the previous games because I enjoyed it, and it's more of the same. So I'm like 10 hours into the game, and I'm enjoying it so far.
nice.
I'm enjoying it. So yeah. Um, and yeah, those two games are the ones I'm playing at the moment. And I want to start another game. I have over here. It was a gift from these guys. I was out of the.
Nice.
I didn't have my PS5 available because I was visiting my sister in Ohio, but now I'm back, so I have my PS5. So I'm looking forward to
Nice.
experiencing, since Callie loved
I want to know
that game so much.
who's your favorite character is what I want to find out.
Yeah, that's
Like, I don't know. I really liked, oh, what's her name? I liked Megumi Yakushiji. I thought she was good. And Takatoshi Hijiyama and Okino were my favorite couple. They were fantastic.
My buddy
the
that stopped by the stream said that he's been playing 13 Sentinels. I'm like, well, we got a couple people who say it's like the best game in the world. So
It was real good. You should get
Don't
them in
worry,
the
Callie.
Discord. What are you doing? Get them over
they are in
there.
the Discord. They just never hop on.
Oh,
As soon as I start playing the game, you'll know, Callie.
okay. Thank you.
We'll talk about it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
buddy. Thank
It's in the
you.
backlog.
You
But
messaged
yeah,
me on Twitter or something. We'll talk about it.
yeah, yeah. But that's all I have for now.
Cool. Well,
Nice.
let's go around the circle. Well, the line of people. Lane, what about you, buddy?
I've
14.
been playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm actually I've been just trying to clear everything, and I'm almost caught up on the story, and I've also done a lot of I still have the latest 4 raids to finish, and then some of the the extreme trials to clear in Shadowbringers. But
Is
so I've
that
been
why
playing
you
that.
haven't been streaming?
I streamed last night,
You did.
but I haven't been streaming for a while just because I haven't really felt like it. But I decided to yesterday, and yeah, it was fun. But other than 14, I've been playing Bravely Default 2. I made it to chapter 3 last night, yesterday, I think. So it's great. Definitely feels like like Final Fantasy V with a fresh coat of paint. I love it. So it's a good game. Highly recommend it.
Which one is that?
Bravely Default 2.
Yeah, lots of people talking about that one.
The job system is
Very
really
good.
good. Yeah.
It's I think Rad and I have talked about it a little bit. I think I agree with him. He made the comment that every boss is you can't just go through the whole game with the same job setup, and I think that's really true. Like every boss will counter certain things, and some jobs will just like be completely useless against them. So it's fun. It's fun to. I think what I like about the game is you go into the fight not expecting to beat it. It's just more of like okay, let's see how we stand, see what he's countering and what kind of status effects he has, and then come back with the right items to have immunity for certain status effects, and then also just having that perfect setup.
It's really funny because now that you mentioned that, yeah, I think I use the same approach with Bravely Default 2 and Nocturne, that you should not expect to beat the boss in the first try. That's just for starting the boss, and then regroup and come back.
Yep. Go in, learn what he's the strengths and weaknesses, tweak your setup, and then go back and destroy him.
Sounds like a game I've been playing.
I played a little bit of Hearthstone. There's a new Hearthstone expansion that came out. So my old deck became obsolete because it's every year they the standard rotation
Every
out
year.
a lot of cards.
Oh my god, they just had a patch this week in Runeterra and it flipped the meta upside down. They're going to do a patch every 2 weeks, so that making new decks is going to happen all the time.
You gotta stay on your game.
Yeah, it's not quite that frequent.
Friendship ended with the Thelios. Zoe is now best friend.
Yeah. The way Hearthstone does it is every year, they do 3 expansions a year, and the expansion that becomes basically 2 years old gets rotated into Wild instead of Standard. So I dusted a lot of cards. I have so much crafting dust I don't even know what to do with it all. So it's kind of it's a good problem to have because I don't have to spend any money on the game. I just build whatever deck I want. That's good. So I played that a little bit. And right now it feels like there were a few decks that were just like absolutely ridiculous how OP they were. So I might wait and see if they do some patching before I play anymore. But it's a good time killer for me. I like to play
Yeah.
Hearthstone. In particular, I like to play Hearthstone when I'm eating because I only need to use my mouse. I don't need to use the keyboard, so I can just eat and just select the cards I want to play, and it works out great. So
That's cool.
yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, Nashi, what about you?
What are you playing, Inashi?
So I've been playing Bravely Default 2. Like
Nice.
everyone else did. I'm still in just got to chapter 2. Decided to go against Lily the Ranger and get my ass handed to me, and now I got to change it a little bit, which is not a problem. One thing I did, realize pretty early on is key to making Bravely Default 2 a lot easier is getting your freelancer, which is their first job that you come across, maxed on every single character you got.
Mhm.
Yep.
Then you
That's
have
true.
JP up,
Mhm.
so that's your job points up, and then job points up and up.
Mhm.
Both of those will stack, and you could just grind out all of
You
your
level so fast with those.
Yep. So I think what I calculated yesterday, I got 26 characters with 26 max jobs between all my characters, and I'm like level 26 through 28 between the characters.
Wow.
Which with that, I could just pretty much just go through almost every boss and not have to really worry about it too much.
You'll be fine. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But except for Lily, she just really kicked my ass.
The only character I haven't really had to touch is I have Adele with Monk and Ranger at the moment. And like freaking pressure point on Monk is just like so ridiculous because it ignores default status. It just does so much damage. And it's just like there's no reason to do anything else with her.
So and the funny thing is that pressure point uses BPs, right?
Yeah.
And there's an ability called BP Saber that you can put to her, and then you can use pressure point 4 times instead of 2.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun trying to figure out the combinations and everything of your passive skills. I find that like one of my favorite jobs is tamer.
ooh.
I just have literally like hundreds of monsters just tamed, and wow, like each thing, like you could have basically every class or type of damage or buff that you want possibly with that, and offensively they're just great. Just even your regular auto attack is pretty powerful too on the character.
Yeah. I was when I first started playing, I was just like, oh, I don't want to bother with monster collecting beast master or whatever. But then like soon, after consulting like Rad and Ray, I tried it and I was just like, oh my God, this is like super strong. Just like like the dungeon that you're doing before the boss, just collect a bunch of monsters and then just go like all out on him.
Yeah.
Him or her.
Yeah.
During the fight.
I don't think
I have those
seen it.
on. I have 2 sub jobs with that, 2 characters as sub jobs.
I don't
Just
think
collect
I've
all the
ever
more
seen,
monsters
like,
and then you're like, release the horde.
usually the tamer is like weak in most games. It seems like.
It does seem like some of the monster. It's definitely. I think you definitely got some monsters are better than others. Obviously,
Yeah,
some of the
there's-
monsters are pretty trash. But
There's some monsters. I think some skeletons you can farm them, and they do damage of 9999. Pretty early, yeah.
wow.
And so I've been also playing Pokemon Black, just going through that again.
Gen
It's one of my
5.
favorite DS Pokemon games that I have, and yeah, you really do get spoiled by new Pokemon games. As Callie has found out that
Yep. Played Silver this week. I was like, oh, this is archaic.
yeah,
They
not
all
getting
feel the
experience
same
between
to
all your
me.
characters.
Oh, it's awful. So we're playing Pokemon Sword on Monday, FYI.
Yeah, I like it. That's when I still haven't played Shield. I only played Sword and beat it. I haven't done the DLC. They actually have games now that actually have that the cart actually shows plus expansion pass. I see.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I've got
Yeah,
both. I
which
bought the double pack, but
yeah, that's what I grabbed, but I didn't have. But now that they have expansion pass, I'm like, oh, okay. Um,
I've got my light set up to my PlayStation 4 because I'm streaming from my PlayStation 4. So gotta use all those USB slots.
yeah,
so and then the one other game I've been playing, I just started this one up, which is kind of a challenge for Nick, is because this has got a kind of a unique system to it. Has anyone ever played uh, Warlock on Firetop Mountain?
never
I've
heard
The
of it.
Warlock
seen
on
it.
Fire.
I've looked at it, but never really. I don't think I watched the trailer or anything.
It's a pretty unique experience, and I like it. The title there, it says Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone's The Warlock on Firetop Mountain. Which, if you
Check me
know
out on
anything
Steam.
about like pen and paper, D&D or anything, Steve Jackson games. I mean, he's published so many different game systems out there, and this is just. It reminds me of times like because we didn't have a lot of people to play D&D with, and it would be my friend being the DM, and you're just going through, and you're the only character, and he is the DM, and you're just going through his story, and it's very like that. It's you make one move, it'll give you options. You want to go straight or do you want to go right? And it says,
That
you hear
looks
these noises over to this location, or like, and
that
straight
actually
ahead
looks
there's a
fun.
door. It is a lot of fun, and I've been really enjoying it. The battle system is kind of weird. You have a grid.
Yeah.
You could either move your character around, so you declare your action. You could either move or attack, and you declare your action, and then you have to predict what they do. So if you just say, I'm going to attack in front of me, there's no one there yet, well, the monster might move in front of you.
So you all move at the same time.
Everyone moves at the same time, so you put in what you want to do.
So it's a gamble.
Yes, it is. So you have to kind of you kind of start to learn the patterns, or how they actually the enemies will move, or sometimes there's special attacks where instead of they hitting like in front of you, they could hit diagonal or a couple spaces away. So you have to really plan that, and you don't have a lot of hit points. So it's the strategy of moving around, trying to get out of their way, knowing their attack patterns and stuff like that. Because if you die, you die. I haven't actually died yet, so I don't know what you go through. I think from what reading the the brief tutorial is, if you die, you can either get respawned at one of the last benches, because you sit on a bench and you can gain back your life or whatever you want to do, or you because they tell you that don't worry, don't get too attached to your character because you're not going to last that long. So I think there's some kind
sounds
of
like a roguelike.
yeah, it sounds like a roguelike, but you eventually will get stronger and stronger and stronger and go through it. I'm not sure, but it is just it just has a pure D&D pen and paper vibe to the game.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
It looks like a pretty well done single player D&D.
This game is also on, I think, if I'm correct, because I did get this game on DS. I haven't tried it yet, but the Warlock on Firetop Mountain is on DS, and I don't know if this is the exact same game or this is a complete remake.
Huh.
I hopefully it's like the same style game and they just ported it over to the Switch. But it's right now it's like only like a couple bucks on the eShop, so
Nice.
I highly recommend it so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
It's $20 on Steam.
Is it $20 on Steam?
Yeah.
What is it on the eShop?
Let me look.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I recommend it. Try it. Trying to get to eShop.
Well,
But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
so Nick, what about you? You've been playing
Um,
6, yeah? Final
do
Fantasy
what?
6? You've been playing Final Fantasy 6.
A little bit.
He's
I
been
was-
playing Dank Souls.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I saw
Playing
that.
Dank
I rated you a
Souls.
couple times.
Yeah. Lane Wolf said something about Dark Souls 2 being the best. Well, like making a lot of innovations, so being better than the first Dark Souls. And I was like, well, he makes a pretty good point there. I kind of need to revisit this. So I went back and I'm replaying through, and it is pretty clunky, pretty clunkier than I remember, but it's not. I like it still. It's just kind of hard to come back to. I haven't played a Dark Souls game in a while, and it's $7.50. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain is $7.50 on eShop.
Yeah, it's on sale right now. So it's sale ends on April 21st. So get it for $12.50 right now. I really don't like that. If you buy the game, it will not tell you. It says purchased.
Well, I've been playing Dark Souls for the most part, and I have beaten one of the four lords or whatever. Just beat Dark Lord, Grave Lord Nito in the Tomb of the Giants. Made it through Blight Town, thank God. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, there's some parts that are very frustrating, like I probably died more than anything to the freaking sniper archers on the side of the building in Anne Orlando because I did not have bows and arrows. I could not cheese my way through it this time because I'm a strength build, strength and faith.
I remember
so-
that part. Like I would just sprint and hope I didn't get hit.
Yes, that's pretty much. And then you have to roll on like this much of a ledge and hope you don't fall at the right time. If you do get hit by one of those dragon arrows, you're gonna fly off the side of the building anyway. So and
Yeah,
anyway, I have improvised, adapted, and overcome to at least beat the Grave Lord Nito, and now I am inside the painted world of Arialis.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
I'm just about to fight the boss too, but
That's one of
I'm
my favorite
enjoying my
areas.
time with it. Yeah, I love. And I watched some of the lore, and it's made me have a greater appreciation of the game. So,
Are you gonna do the DLC?
yes, because I never did originally.
Ah,
I
nice.
never did any of the Dark Souls DLC. So,
Oh, you should.
yeah, I've heard great things like the Ring City. My buddies told me all about it.
Probably my favorite DLC, the Ring City. Yeah, it all of them are good. Like some of them are better than even the base game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But that's what I've been spending the majority of my time on. I was hoping to get around to Final Fantasy VI today, but did not. I will be picking that up tomorrow, though. And then I've been playing Persona 5 Strikers a little bit at night before I go to bed. And I gotta say, I still enjoy the game, even though it's getting pretty hectic at times. And then it's almost, I'm playing on hard, but you can die in a second if you have the wrong setup. Like, you gotta focus on your demons, you gotta strike their weaknesses, get those all out attacks and everything. And I still feel like it's a true Persona game, and I think it's pretty great. I'm coming up on the final jail, and it's a banger in my opinion. And I would not say that is as great as the original Persona 5, but it's still pretty good. Not much worse.
Awesome. I know I played it on release day and I was like, wow, this is very story heavy for a Muso title.
Yeah, Yeah, I was surprised, but it's got the charm of the cast Persona
Yep.
5. It's like a road trip with your favorite people. It's like if you enjoyed the cast and everything and the story of Persona 5, this is like the encore.
My favorite
before they
part
see their
about the
way
game
off.
is when I was streaming it. I think it was Joanna. It's like, why is that girl sitting on that crate weird? I'm like, that's just Futaba. That's what she does.
Futaba just does what Futaba wants to.
That's right.
It's a great cast, though. I love the new additions to it as well. But the plot's kind of standard Persona 5, but it still feels true to the content. So
Well, you guys, as normal, forgot that we're playing Diablo 3 together.
yeah, I mean, I haven't played it yet this week, but
So
Way to call us out, Callie.
that's okay. Are we playing again tomorrow?
yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait,
Not tomorrow? It's
Easter.
okay. Oh, it's Easter. Yeah, let's not. That's a
Yeah.
holiday for a lot of people.
That's why no one's here tonight.
That's right. I'll just play Runeterra tomorrow.
I'm not sure when I'll be back, but
Hey.
I gotta go see the fam.
Do Easter. You do you. Do family. Speaking of games that I've played, I've kind of parsed it down a lot. I actually took a Wednesday off. I ended the stream early last night. I'm gonna get work's been really stressful for me right now, so it's tough. Playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. The other games do link into this one. So if I had not played Yakuza 0 like through half the game to know who the characters are, I'd be like, I don't know what the hell's going on right now. But if you've played all of them, let's just say that your dedication will be definitely shared. You're going to like it. So we're getting close to the end of that game. I've got a chapter and a half left, and then we're done with it. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I tried that out. I'm not going to play it again. It didn't hold up so well over time. We're playing some Pokemon Sword this week. And we're going to try to beat Yakuza this week. And then after Yakuza, we're going to go back to Ys 9. And I'm going to drop a special stream in there. We're going to play Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, one of my favorite racing games.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I got the remaster in finally from Limited
that
Run
game was
Games.
hard. I remember.
I beat, like, I had everything unlocked on the original. All of it.
I couldn't beat it. I'm not gonna lie.
I loved
but
it.
I've never been big on racing games, but I did. I played that game a lot.
Yeah. So we'll be streaming that after I beat Yakuza. So it'll be Ys 9, and then one day I'll throw in the pod racing game.
Did you get the limited run?
Yes, I did. I got the limited run one that has the metal Nintendo 64 cartridge.
Nice.
And it's got the actual N64 box. It's really cool.
They do some really good classic like versions of the games. and
They
everything.
do.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the metal case hollow so you could actually stick a board in it?
Yes.
So can
Ah,
you stick a pod racer board in there
I
and play it?
you
On a real-
probably could. It's the same exact. It's just a metal embossed case. You could probably put a board.
I'm going to send you an extra pod racer game when I get it. I think I have one.
Well,
I'll let you do that.
wouldn't that be cool? I'll have to take a picture. Like, it's very hollowed out. It might fit. So yeah,
It's a new lap record.
So in Runeterra, I got gold rank today, and I got, I now have 3 wins of the weekly gauntlet, which means if I win the next one, I have 4 auto wins for the last chance gauntlet on the 17th. So if I go into that and I win that event, I get, if I'm one of the first like 400 people to enter, so that way that day I'm going to start streaming really early. If I win that, I get to join the big tournament that lets you get a chance to win money, like actual money. So that's pretty exciting to me. We started a Runeterra, like once a month show with a bunch of the Runeterra fans. Went pretty good last week. Had a lot of good conversations. That was fun. That's all I gotta say. Who should we raid, everybody?
Who is on right now?
Well, we got Project Polyphony. They're playing OS. We got Super Derek is on.
Squeevy's still going.
Squeeby has been raiding, it's playing since I stopped
Jesus.
my stream. Like that was
Yes.
like this morning at like
He's got
Noon.
188 now.
2:07. It looks like actually.
We can do something new. Someone new, I mean.
Anybody have anybody they want to raid?
So someone we haven't before. Any of those, but that we haven't before.
Well, I mean, it's up to you guys.
Drew?
He's not streaming.
No.
Oh, he stopped. Okay.
Super Derek. Or I don't have Project Polyphony on here.
Hey, Nick, have you ever done Persona Q series?
No. I have not.
that-
I want them, but
Is that like Eternia Odyssey, but with Persona?
kind of.
It's,
They're very expensive now.
So,
Yeah.
it looks like
$45.
Super Derek is playing through the Jukebox Hero Challenge where people like sub and he switches games between Lufia, Lunar, and Super Mario RPG.
He's cool.
Ooh.
We can do it.
yeah, I like Super Derek.
Yeah.
Or we could just do Project Polyphony. That's the only two people that I've really got. Super Derek. Right now he's playing Mario RPG. That'll be good. All right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys stopping
ya.
by, and we'll see you next